Hello everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about the formal and the actual parameters. So what do you mean by actual parameter? So actual parameter is the value or the variable that are passed while calling a function. But whereas the formal parameter is the variable which is written or declared in function definition of prototype. It, it is called as the formal parameter. The values of the actual parameters are copied to the formal parameters when the call to that function is made. Let us assume that a function b is called from another function a. In this case, a is called the caller function and b is called as the called function. Also, the arguments which a sends to b are called the actual arguments and the parameters of b are called as the formal. The actual arguments and formal arguments must match each other in terms of number, type, and order. So array can also be passed as an parameter to a function. When it is passed, the name of the array is enough as an argument instead of passing the entire array as an argument. Because the name of the array holds the address of an array, so no need to pass the entire array into the function call. And also uh, because it passes array, because it passes address, if there is any modification with the call function, it will be automatically reflected back into the calling function. And even a multi-dimensional array can also be passed as an argument to the function. So when you pass multi-dimensional array as an argument to the function, the first dimension can be omitted. So it is optional, but whereas the second dimension is mandatory. First dimension refers to an row element and second dimension refers to the column element. So when you omit the second dimension, then it will throw an error. So inside the main program, a function is called, a name of the function is add, the parameter passed to this is a, and that variable a is declared in the main program. The parameter which is passed to this function is called as the actual parameter. And when you look at this, only the name of the array is passed as a parameter to this function, and a is the base address of an array. Formal parameter or the one which is defined in the function prototype. So the value of this formal parameter will be substituted with the actual parameter, and here int a is the formal parameter. So since it is one dimensional array, so size is not a matter, that is why the size of an array is not mentioned in this case. What are the difference between actual and the formal parameters? So actual parameter, it is written at the time of function call, but whereas formal parameter, it is written at the time of function definition. Actual parameter may be both variable and constant, but whereas formal parameter must always be a variable. See, for example, here within the function name, within a function sum, both constant value and the variable are passed as the parameter. But whereas in case of formal parameter, only variable is allowed to be passed as the parameter. So these are the major differences between the actual parameter and the formal parameters. We will discuss one example for one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array. So in this example, we are going to add a constant value 5 into the given array using function. See, an array is declared, name of the array is A, and this is the size of an array. So using this kind of statement, size of an array is received from the user, and then value of the array will be received and it is stored, and then these two are passed as an actual parameter to this function add. So when this function invocation is encountered by the compiler, then the control will be transferred to the called program. Then the control will be transferred to this place. So the value which is passed during the function invocation will be substituted in the function prototype. Value of A will be substituted for this, and value of N will be substituted for the next formal parameter. And then constant 5 will be added into the array elements one by one. First element is fetched, and constant value 5 is added to first element, and it goes on like that till the end of the array. And after completing the task, the control will be transferred to the called program. To the calling program. Then in the calling program, the modified array element will be printed by using these two statements. This is the output of this program. So this is the size of an array, and this is the actual elements which is entered by the user, and this is by adding constant 5 to all the array elements. Next example is for two-dimensional array, and this program is to receive the array elements and to display the array elements. So in the main program, the array elements are received, and in the call program, the array elements are displayed. See here, this is the name of the array, which is two-dimensional array. So 2 cross 2 matrix. So 2 rows and 2 columns. So by using these two for loop, we are receiving the elements of an array, and then name of an array will be passed as an actual parameter to this function display number. Then the control will be transferred to the call in program. Then the control will come to this place. Then the value which is sent in the actual parameter will be substituted for this formal parameter. See here, both dimensions are mentioned, and even if you omit the first dimension is also a valid definition. See here, the array element which are received in the main program are displayed here. And after displaying the array elements, the control will be again transferred to the calling program. Then what is the next statement in the calling program? Return 0, that is the end of the program. So when you look at advantages of functions are divide and conquer. That means instead of developing the program as a whole, it's always better to divide and develop it as a component. Then integrate all the components to get the complete system. So the better usage of these functions are reusability. That means we can use the existing function to build a new program, and also another advantage is it will hide the internal details, and also it will avoid the code reputation.